I'm going to be discussing the codes and conventions of music magazines for the front cover, contents page and double page spreads, and how my products either follow, deviate or repeat them codes and conventions. In my front cover, I think it follows codes and conventions a lot. You can see that in the way that I have a large masthead in an individual font, which is used a lot of the time in music magazines, makes it stand out. That masthead also it also follows the music genre because it's quite eroded, which means that it kind of goes with the rock genre because it's eroded, it's a bit damaged, so it just sort of goes with the hardcore attitude of a punk rock kind of thing. My front cover goes with the house style of the magazine, which is mainly green colours, and you can see that it runs throughout the whole of my products, but in the front cover is where it starts, and that's due to my photography that I've used. My photography is another thing that follows a code and convention, because the photography is of a cover star who's staring straight at the camera. This is what music magazines do, and well, most magazines do as well. I have a lot of little things that follow codes and conventions, like the barcode and websites. Think of the banners, the skyline, the cover lines. They all follow the basic codes and conventions, but we do deviate. My product does deviate with the front cover, and this is because you can see that in the I didn't change the font from the masthead for the cover date and issue number. This isn't a big problem because it's in small font. It's in a much smaller font, so you can't tell. However, it does deviate from the codes and conventions. But like I said, overall, I'd say my front cover follows the codes and conventions. On my contents page, I've used the house style of green again, which follows codes and conventions of having a house style, but also it's reoccurring again. I've done that by the start of each article name, it's in bright green, and then my image again has a lot of green on it, and this is due to the grass that's in the side of it, and still a bit of spray paint, so it's down to my photography again. My contents page does deviate a little, and that's in the way that I've segmented it, because it has basically a big rectangle in the middle where it has the masthead and says this week to introduce what's going to be on it. Most magazines don't do it this way because it's a strange way to set it out. However, I think it goes well to the effect, and the fact that it's a different way to set it out, it kind of goes with the music magazine, the music genre of the magazine, because it is quite different rock music. So to have a different set out, it just follows it. It follows the codes and conventions of having contents written in large. This is to a good effect. I used the font Birth of a Hero for this bit, and that was it's another quite eroded, damaged font. Goes well with the genre of music. My double page spread follows codes and conventions as well, as it's split into columns, which every double page spread is. It has a stand first. It has one paragraph that's bolder, and that's in green to stand out. And that's a quote from the interview, and a lot of magazines use a quote like that in that way. It looks good in the columns. I started each column following the house style because I wanted it to be reoccurring throughout, and so I managed to get the green colours of the house style into it by starting all of the questions and colour them in green, so that really it makes it look good as well as following the house style, and it does separate who's the interviewer and who is the interviewees, the people that I'm interviewing. Click to view the band. Yeah.